The city was drowning, and I was right there with it. Rain hammered the grimy windows of my office, each drop a tiny fist against the glass. The case landed on my desk like a soggy tombstone. Ilara Vance vanished without a trace. Her file was thin, mostly just a photograph of a woman with eyes that held the same weary storm that was currently lashing the streets of Viridian. The rain-slicked pavement outside reflected the neon signs in a distorted, bleeding smear, a perfect mirror for the city's corrupted soul. My job was to find her in a place designed to make people disappear. Her apartment was a time capsule of dread, untouched except for a fine layer of dust. The air was thick with the scent of old paper and stale perfume. On a small mahogany desk by the window, I found it, her diary. The leather-bound book felt cold to the touch. I opened it, and her elegant script began to unravel a story far darker than a simple missing persons case. She wrote of a recurring nightmare, a dream that had clawed its way into her waking hours. It was about a figure, tall and gaunt, draped in shadows that seemed to drink the light around it. She described it as having no face, just a void where features should be. She wrote that it watched her from street corners, from across crowded rooms, a silent, ever-present sentinel of her fear. The more I read, the more the city's endless rain seemed to seep into my bones. Her entries grew frantic, the handwriting jagged and desperate. She was convinced the Shadow Man, as she called it, wasn't just a figment of her imagination. She believed it was real, and it was coming for her. I closed the diary, the silence of the room pressing in on me. A floorboard creaked in the hallway outside the apartment door. Dismissing it as the building's old bones settling, I stood up and walked to the window, peering down at the glistening, empty street below. That's when I saw it. Across the street, standing half-hidden in the deep shadows of an alleyway, was a tall, gaunt figure. It was motionless, a silhouette of pure black against the gloom. Even from this distance, I could feel its focus, an unnerving stillness that felt ancient and predatory. My blood ran cold. The figure slowly lifted an arm, not to wave, but to point. It was pointing directly at me. A horrifying realization hit me like a physical blow. Ilara Vance hadn't just vanished. She had passed her nightmare on, and now the Shadowman was haunting me.